So this next part of the sequence I'm going to talk about now is going to be at what point we want to try and essentially contact the ball. And definitely one of the most difficult elements on the return of serve is knowing how to let the ball travel and essentially track your opponent's serve to find the optimal strike point here. The most common fault in this area normally is that, it's two actually. One is that the ball ends up way too far in front, and the other one is people let it go too far back and either let the ball bounce and don't volley at all, or try and kind of flick it from behind them. So the art of being able to hit the ball cleanly from this position, including all the other pieces I've already talked about, is a lot down to how effectively we can track where the ball travels through the air, so that when we get into our final position we're about to hit, we can meet it in the optimal position. So right now, if I hit the ball at this point, I am slightly behind my right shoulder. This just gives me a little bit of an opportunity to cut the ball and get underneath it. If I come further forward here, I'll become too flat in the swing. If I go too far back, I'm likely to hit the sidewall. So I'm slightly past my right shoulder position, but that will optimize my chances of being able to cut the ball and also keep it nice and straight as I swing through the shot. The hardest part of how we are able to, or actually the thing which contributes most to hitting the ball parallel, from my experience, is actually staying calm. Because the reason why we'll tend to rush and take it early or panic and not volley at all is because we are stressed by the difficulty of the serve. So in order to be able to actually see the strike point and track the ball and have your awareness at a high enough level that you can be like, yeah, it's there, you have to be clear and composed as best you can under those circumstances. Following all the steps I've talked about already will help, because you'll be well set up, well structured, well prepared. That will help a lot. But then when the ball does start to move into this zone and we want to find this optimal meeting point, it's about having a state of mind which is clear enough and calm enough that you can actually see that moment. You know, I've seen people almost shut their eyes on returns and so, but they're just, it's just so stressful that they're not even looking at the ball. We need to really focus on breathe is a very, very successful way. Take a deep breath before the serve comes, calm yourself down, stay clear, watch the ball, go through your process. There's the midpoint area. Here's my pretty much parallel striking point. That's the moment I want to hit it at. And even if you don't get it all the way to the back on a straight return, if you find the parallel strike point, the ball will go pretty straight, and that tactically is going to be a great thing. The thing we really don't want on this return is that we play the shot and the ball moves out nearer the center, and then we're in real trouble. So even if initially you can't get it all the way to the back, just practice getting good at keeping the ball parallel. And then with time, you'll be able to hit higher, hit through the ball more, and get that ball to travel deeper. But the first part is, can you get it close to the sidewall? And once you have that consistently, you're well on the way to having a great return that will go all the way to the back.